Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you listening are probably looking to, step up your writing game
Mm,
and maybe even, get that book published finally.
sure.
And you've probably heard about all this AI stuff that's kind of changing things up in the writing world.
Oh, yeah.
Um, well, today we're going to be looking at those AI tools. Uh, More specifically, a platform called BookBud.ai.
Okay.
They're really kind of leading the charge in this whole new world.
Yeah, what's really interesting about this is that it's going way beyond just like basic grammar checks,
Right.
and spell checks and things like that. We're
Yeah.
talking about AI that can help you come up with ideas, even write parts of your book for you,
Wow.
and even help you with the marketing once you're ready to, get it out to readers.
So it's like having a whole team working on your book behind the scenes.
That's a great way to put it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for us a little bit more?
Sure.
What exactly is an AI book writer,
Okay.
and how does it actually work?
You can kind of think of it as your 24/7 writing partner.
Mm.
AI book writing tools. They use algorithms and all this natural language processing stuff to
Wow. Yeah.
understand language and
Yeah.
how stories are structured and even reader preferences. It's
Well,
not about replacing your creativity as an author.
Right.
It's about giving it a boost.
Okay, so it's not going to write the whole book for you, but it
Right.
can help you with certain tasks and make the whole process smoother.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm stuck on like a plot point or I have writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
Can an AI book writer help me with that?
Oh, absolutely. It can give you some fresh ideas,
Really?
get those creative juices flowing again.
Okay, so it can help you get unstuck.
Yeah.
But what about the actual writing itself?
Mm.
Can AI help with that too?
Absolutely. Some tools can write text based on what you tell it to write about.
Wow.
Others are more about taking what you've already written and giving you suggestions. It really just depends what you need and your writing style.
So it's like a personalized writing assistant.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And the cool thing is it can help with the boring stuff too,
Okay, what kind of boring stuff?
like editing and proofreading.
Right.
Imagine AI that catches all those typos and grammar errors as you're writing.
Yeah.
That would free up so much time for you to focus on the important stuff.
Yeah, that would be a huge help, especially if you're busy or working on a lot of projects at once.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like having an extra set of eyes, making sure your work is polished and professional.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And what about all that marketing stuff?
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff you have to do to get your book out there, especially if you're self-publishing.
Right.
Can AI help with that?
Well, picture this AI that can look at tons of successful books in your genre and then suggest the perfect keywords and categories,
Wow.
even cover design elements to help you attract readers.
So it's like having a whole marketing team built right in?
Pretty much.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So one platform that's doing a great job of bringing all this together is BookBud.ai.
Mm-hmm.
They're really focused on making that whole publishing process as easy as possible.
Yeah, they seem to be really focused on making the whole process from start to finish, seamless.
Okay.
It seems like they're really into making full-length books and making them available in different formats and even offering help with marketing.
So they're not just a writing tool. They're
Okay.
a whole publishing platform.
Exactly. And they're
Uh-huh.
making it super easy for anyone to publish a book, even if you're not a tech expert.
I know some authors are a little hesitant about using AI.
Mm-hmm.
They might be worried that it's going to take away from their creativity
Sure.
or their unique voice as an author. What would you say to those people?
Well, I think any kind of change can be scary,
Right.
especially when it's something personal like writing.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that AI is just a tool.
Okay.
It's like a typewriter or a computer.
Mm-hmm.
It's there to help you, not replace you.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So it's about using AI to make your writing better,
Right.
not letting it take over.
Exactly. And I think that's what BookBud.ai is all about. They're giving authors the tools to make their writing even better
Mhm.
and make their publishing dreams come true.
I'm sold. Tell me more about BookBud.ai.
Okay.
What makes it different from all those other AI writing tools?
Well, one thing that really stands out is their focus on making full-length books,
Okay.
both fiction and nonfiction,
Hmm.
in all the different formats: ebook, print, audiobook.
So they're for authors who want to publish in all formats and reach as many readers as possible?
Yeah,
Exactly.
impressive.
They're trying to simplify the whole process,
Okay.
from coming up with the idea to writing to editing to formatting it for all the different platforms.
So they're basically taking all the hassle out of self-publishing.
Yeah, and making it easier for more people to do it.
Okay, and they offer those different publishing formats too. Right, which is great for authors who want to get their books out to as many people as possible.
So you could go from idea to published author
Mm-hmm.
with all three formats without even leaving your computer.
Yeah, in theory.
Wow.
The quality of the book will still depend on, how much you put into it,
Right.
but the platform gives you everything you need to make it happen.
Okay, that's amazing.
Oh,
What about marketing? Does BookBud.ai help authors get their book out there and seen by readers?
yeah, it seems like they have some good features to help you figure out who your audience is and make sure people can find your book online.
That's a huge bonus for new authors who might not know much about marketing.
It really is.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, they really seem to want to guide you through the whole thing.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the potential of AI book writing,
Mm-hmm.
but let's take a step back and think about the big picture.
Okay,
What does all of this mean for creativity as a whole?
it's a great question. If technology can handle all the technical stuff, writing, editing, publishing, even marketing,
Right.
what does that mean for us as authors? What are we freed up to do?
What kind of stories can we tell that we couldn't before?
Right. What new possibilities does this open up?
Exactly.
New genres, new voices, new ways of telling stories.
It's like we're at the beginning of a whole new world for literature.
Absolutely.
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah, it is.
I think we need a minute to process all this. Hashtag TTS, the Deep Dives episode 2024-1108, part 2 of 3.
Yeah, it really is a lot to think about. But what's really fascinating to me
What's that?
is how this whole AI thing could really change who gets to publish a book.
Oh, interesting. What do you mean by that?
Well, think about how it's been done for, forever.
Yeah.
You write your book, and then you have to find an agent,
Right.
and then you have to pitch it to publishers, and then there's the whole editing process and getting it ready to print. It's a ton of work.
Yeah, especially for a first-time author.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be super intimidating and discouraging.
For sure, even for people who have written books before.
Yeah, and even if you do manage to get a traditional publisher,
Right.
there's no guarantee your book will be successful.
Yeah, it's a really tough market.
But with these AI tools like BookBud.ai, it's like all those obstacles just disappear.
So you're saying AI could make it so more people can get their books published.
Yeah, everyone has a chance to share their stories.
That's pretty amazing when you really think about it.
It is. And it's not just about making the process easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's about giving people who maybe didn't have the opportunity before a chance to publish their work.
It's almost like the printing press all over again.
Yeah.
But this time it's not about making it easier to physically print the books.
Right.
It's about making it easier to create and share the stories themselves.
That's a great point. And just like the printing press led to this explosion of knowledge and ideas, I think AI could do the same thing for storytelling.
That's a really interesting thought.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what do you think will happen to traditional publishers? Will they adapt to this AI stuff, or will they try to fight it?
That's a really good question. I think it'll probably be a mix of both.
Okay.
Some publishers will see the potential of AI,
Right.
and they'll start using it in their own work.
Maybe using it to help their authors with editing.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe even to figure out which books are likely to be bestsellers.
Right.
But there will definitely be some publishers who don't want to change. They might be worried about losing money,
Right.
or they might think that human editors and agents are still better.
Yeah. Change can be scary, especially in an industry that's been around for so long.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think the readers will decide.
Okay.
If readers like books written with AI, then publishers will have to change too.
Or they'll get left behind.
Exactly. Like adapt or die.
Wow. Those are some big predictions.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Exactly. No one knows for sure.
Right. And that's what makes it so exciting.
It really is. We're on the edge of a whole new era for books.
Absolutely. And the possibilities are endless.
You know what I'm especially curious about?
That's that.
The impact this could have on genre fiction.
Like science fiction and fantasy?
Exactly. Or romance or mystery.
Wow.
AI could help authors create these amazing worlds and complex plots, and even give their characters unique voices.
Yeah. I could see how AI could be a game changer for genre fiction.
Definitely.
Imagine using AI to create, like, alien languages for a sci-fi book.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or a whole magic system for a fantasy epic.
And what about personalization?
Okay, what do you mean?
What if readers could actually interact with the AI and change how the story goes?
Like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but on a whole other level.
Yeah, exactly. Or imagine AI recommending books that it knows you'll love based on what you've read before.
That would be awesome.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it feels like we've only just started to figure out what AI can do for writing and publishing.
I think so, too. This is just the beginning.
And I can't wait to see what happens next.
Neither.
So we've been talking a lot about the good stuff about AI book writing,
Mm-hmm.
but are there any downsides?
Yeah, that's a good point. AI isn't perfect. Like
Right.
any technology, it has its limitations.
Can you give us an example?
Well, one challenge is originality.
Okay.
AI is really good at copying writing styles,
Mm-hmm.
but it can be hard for it to come up with truly new ideas.
So you might end up with a book that feels unoriginal?
Yeah, kind of like it's following a formula.
Right.
That's why human authors are still so important. It's about using AI to help you be more creative, not to replace your creativity.
So it's all about finding the right balance.
Exactly. And I think that's going to be the key to success with AI writing.
Mm.
Authors who can use AI but still keep their own voice and vision,
Right.
those are the authors who are really going to succeed.
It's not about letting the machines take over.
Right.
It's about using them to make us better writers.
I agree. What about the legal stuff?
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Like, who owns the copyright for a book that's written with AI?
That's a really good question.
It's tricky because the laws we have now weren't written with AI in mind.
So it's kind of a gray area.
Yeah, definitely. It's important for authors to be aware of this
Right?
and talk to a lawyer if they have questions about copyright.
Good advice.
Right?
So it sounds like there's still a lot to figure out about this whole AI writing thing.
Oh, absolutely. But that's part of what makes it so exciting.
Okay.
We're like pioneers exploring a new world,
Right.
and we're all learning as we go.
I love that. That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah,
This conversation has been so interesting and I've learned so much.
me too.
But now I'm kind of curious about BookBud.ai.
Yeah,
We've talked about AI writing in general,
right.
but I want to know more about this specific platform.
Okay, let's dive in.
So for anyone listening who might not know much about BookBud.ai, let's start with the basics. What is it and how does it work?
Basically, it's a website that uses AI to help authors write and publish their books.
Okay.
It's designed to make the whole process easier, from coming up with ideas to marketing and selling the book.
So it's like a one-stop shop for authors.
Exactly. And it's especially good for people who are new to self-publishing
Okay.
or for people who want a simpler way to get their book out there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through how it works?
Sure.
Let's say I have an idea for a book. How would I use BookBud.ai to actually make that book?
Well, first you'd create an account on their website.
Okay.
Then you'd log in and put in your book idea.
Hmm.
You know, like the main concepts and what you want each chapter to be about.
So it's kind of like a plan for your book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And once you have that basic outline, the AI can help you start writing.
So does the AI write the whole book?
It can, but you can also use it just for certain parts.
Okay.
Like if you need help writing a specific section, or if you're stuck and don't know what to write next. You can choose how much help you want from the AI.
So it's like having a writing buddy who can give you ideas
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
and get to help with other stuff too.
Oh, yeah. It can help you check your facts,
Wow.
find sources, and even create illustrations or diagrams.
So it's not just about the writing itself.
Right.
It's
yeah.
about helping you through the entire process.
Exactly. And once you're happy with your book,
Mm-hmm.
BookBud.ai can help you format it
Okay.
so you can publish it as an ebook, a print book, or even an audiobook.
Wait, it can make audiobooks too.
Yeah.
Does the AI like read the book out loud?
It can. BookBud.ai has a text-to-speech feature.
Wow.
So you can create an audiobook without hiring a narrator.
That's amazing.
Well,
So you could basically go from idea to published author in all three formats
yeah,
without even leaving your house.
pretty much. Of course, the quality of the book still depends on you and
Yeah.
how much you edit it.
Yeah.
But the platform gives you all the tools to make it happen.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
But what about marketing?
Mm-hmm.
How does BookBud.ai help authors get people to buy their books?
They have a bunch of features to help you with marketing,
Right.
like figuring out who your target audience is and
Right.
making sure your book shows up when people search online.
That's so helpful for new authors.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
It is. Hashtag TTS, the Deep Dive, episode 2024-1108, part 3 of 3.
You know, as we wrap up our look at AI book writing and BookBud.ai, one thing that keeps coming back to me is this idea of empowerment.
Okay.
Like we're at the very beginning of something really big.
Yeah.
For centuries, publishing a book has been this really exclusive thing.
Right.
You had to have connections or money or just get lucky.
It's true.
Yeah.
The traditional publishing world has always had these gatekeepers.
Exactly. But AI is changing all of that.
Yeah.
It's like those gates are opening up, and now anyone with a story can come in.
I love that image. It's like AI is making publishing accessible to everyone. Exactly. It doesn't matter what your background is or how much money you have.
Right.
Now anyone can have their voice heard.
It's like giving a megaphone to all the people who've been whispering in the shadows.
Exactly. And it's not just about amplifying those voices.
Okay.
It's also about expanding the types of stories that are being told.
What do you mean?
Well, traditionally, the publishing industry has been all about trends and marketing.
Right.
They only want to publish books that they think will sell,
Mhm.
but AI doesn't work that way.
Okay, so you're saying AI is less likely to be biased.
Yeah, or driven by commercial pressures.
So AI can help authors write about more niche topics
Exactly.
and experiment with different ways of telling stories
Yeah.
and maybe create books that wouldn't have been published before.
Right, and that's what makes this whole thing so exciting.
Yeah.
It's not just about making it easier to publish a book.
hmm
It's about changing what we consider publishable in the first place.
So AI is making us rethink what literature can be and what stories are worth telling and who gets to tell them.
Yeah, I think that's going to lead to a much more diverse and interesting literary landscape.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm really optimistic about the future of writing and publishing.
Me too.
Yeah,
But of course, there will be some challenges along the way.
right. We've talked about how AI can be biased
Yeah.
and how authors need to make sure they're still in control of their work
Right.
and all the legal questions about copyright.
Mm-hmm. These are important things to think about,
Definitely.
but I think we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We're smart people, and we've always found ways to adapt to new technologies and use them for good.
So we need to be cautious, but also optimistic.
Exactly.
We should embrace the possibilities of AI,
Yeah.
but also be aware of its limitations.
That's a great way to put it. Don't be afraid of AI.
Right.
Explore it. Play around with it. See how it can help you be more creative and bring your stories to life.
That's a great reminder. And if you're ready to get started,
Mm-hmm.
check out BookBud.ai.
Yeah. It's a great platform that makes it easier than ever to become a published author.
And if you want to learn more about how AI is changing writing,
Uh-huh.
listen to the AI Author's Edge podcast.
They have some really great insights.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I hope this conversation has inspired you to think about the future of writing
Me too.
and to embrace all the new possibilities that AI is bringing.
Absolutely.
So keep writing,
Yeah.
keep creating, and keep exploring.
A future is yours.